What is happening, everybody? Spawn Traps here. Welcome back to the channel, and today I got some pretty big news for you guys, and you're definitely going to want to stay tuned and check all this out. Now, if you guys clicked on the title, you already know what I'm talking about. Now, this was an apparent Sony E3 Press Conference leak, and this is a picture of all of the games rumored to come out or be released at E3. So, this is a major list, and this list might have Microsoft sitting in their chair saying, what the hell are we going to do? So you're going to have to check this out yourself. I tweeted this picture, and I don't know if it's real or not, but it seems like it could very well be legit. So guys, I'm just going to stop blabbing. I'm going to hop right into this list here. So right here it shows you what games, what studio, the type of media, meaning a trailer or a live gameplay, and then the length of it. So the first game is Death Stranding. Now that is going to be a PlayStation exclusive by Kojima Productions. You guys know Hideo Kojima. Legendary, but that is going to be a 7 to 10 minute live gameplay story trailer. Now this is very believable for me because they always like to start E3 off with a major bang. That way it brings in viewers. It has people saying, oh shit, what the hell else is going to come out. So I could very easily see this coming very first to top off the show. It would be the talk of the show already, right at the beginning. Or let me get through the list first. But it would be the talk of the show, and it would definitely draw attention right off the start. So then next, we have a game called Project Oscar, and that's by Sucker Punch Productions. Sucker Punch is the ones who made the Infamous games, so obviously they are very good at making video games. But that is a 2-minute trailer that is also very believable because that's what E3 likes to do, really. They want to start it with a bang and then kind of bring the tone down a little bit. Not saying that Project Oscar couldn't be an insanely good game, but they don't want to, have a major title after a major title. So Project Oscar is something I haven't heard of, so I'd like to see what the makers of Infamous could go off of Infamous and do, because obviously they're very, very talented down there at Sucker Punch. So third, we have God of War, and God of War is going to be another PlayStation exclusive, and it's going to be absolutely insane, guys. It's more story-driven now, unlike the previous God of War games. It's going to be absolutely insane, and that is a 3-minute gameplay trailer by Santa Monica Productions. I am very, very intrigued to see how this God of War comes out. We already saw some gameplay previously, and it looked incredible, to say the very least. So I'm definitely drawn in to see these top 3 games already. And then fourth, we have Days Gone, which is another huge PlayStation exclusive. If you haven't heard of it, it's like a mixture of The Last of Us and Left 4 Dead, if you could imagine. That is by, who is that game by? Days Gone is by Ben Studio, and that is a 3-minute gameplay trailer. So we've already seen some actual gameplay of it. So to see a trailer and see the story behind it, which would be absolutely insane. So definitely stay tuned for that. And that is something that Xbox owners are just wishing that it would come onto Xbox for. But, sorry guys, it's not. I'm not a fanboy. I don't have a preference. I have every console. But then after that, we got Dreams VR by Media Molecule, and that is a 2-minute trailer. That's something I'm not all too excited for because I'm not really a VR guy, and not a whole ton of people are. Maybe because the PSVR was so damn expensive. Maybe that has something to do with it. But if you do own the VR and you are VR driven, definitely check out Dreams VR. Sounds pretty cool. Then next we have Uncharted: The Lost Legacy by Naughty Dog. That is 5 minutes of live gameplay. Now, if you're unfamiliar with Uncharted, you must be living under a rock, because it's one of the biggest game franchises ever right now, and it's by one of the best studios of all time, Naughty Dog. So definitely going to have to check that out. And it's not a new Uncharted game. Well, it's an add-on, basically, for Uncharted 4. But the add-on could, I bet it could be a game amongst itself. So definitely going to have to check that out. It goes off of Nathan Drake, and it kind of goes, oh, I forget her name. But you haven't really seen her since Uncharted 2, I believe. But it kind of follows her And it looks really, really interesting, and it's something I'm going to have to check out. After that, we have, this might be a shocker, Destiny 2 by Activision. Destiny 2 by Activision. So that is an 8-minute gameplay trailer. Now, if you play Destiny, you like it either one. It's either 50-50. You either love it or you hate it. There's no like in between. It seems like Destiny was a very good game, very different, and it was just awesome. It was just awesome. I never really played it, but I definitely saw gameplay, and it was just definitely something interesting. So Destiny 2, that's something you're definitely going to have to check out. After Destiny 2, we have Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. That's by Capcom, obviously. That's a 3-minute gameplay trailer. I think that's going to be a fighting game. I'm not really big on Marvel or Capcom or fighting games for that matter. I'm not really too big on it. So I'm not going to check that out most likely. But if you're into that, definitely check it out. I'm not going to judge you if you are. I have no reason to. But definitely check that out because I'm pretty sure that's a long-awaited game in the franchise for people that are fans of it. So then after that, we have the Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy by Activision. That is a 1-minute gameplay trailer. So in my opinion, I think that that's just going to give us a release date or when that's going to come out. Now, I never really played Crash Bandicoot. I was more of a Spyro child myself. But my friends absolutely love Crash Bandicoot, so I might have to check it out. I'm pretty sure the Insane Trilogy, obviously, that means 3. I'm pretty sure it comes out with 3 Crash Bandicoot games, and I don't think it's a full-price game. I think it's either 30 or 40 bucks. So for that price, you can't go wrong. I'm definitely going to have to check it out. And again, it's 1 minute, so it's probably just going to show you some quick gameplay, like not gameplay, but a quick little teaser, and then give you a release date. That's my prediction. So then after Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy, of course, there's the Crash Team Racing and Extreme by Activision as well, and that's another 1-minute gameplay trailer. So another Crash game, but this one is a racing game, which I know were very, very popular. They were kind of made back in the day to rival Mario Kart, and they did a very good job of doing just that. So I'll definitely have to check that one out as well. Maybe I'll end up getting the Insane Trilogy and that, even though I've never played Crash Bandicoot before. That's definitely something you want to check out. If you're a fan of the series, definitely don't miss that. Then after that, now this one is going to be a shocker to mostly everybody. This game, Call of Duty Chemical Warfare. That is a new title I have not heard, and that is a new title I'm intrigued in seeing, because we already know they said that the game, they're going back to their roots. It's going to be boots on the ground, and they said they're going back into the past. Now, Chemical Warfare leads me to believe that means World War I. And if that means World War I, that means that they are kind of going the same route that Battlefield went with Battlefield 1. Now, if they do that, I just hope that the gameplay doesn't slow down as much as Battlefield 1 was, because I'm not really a fan of Battlefield because the gameplay is so slow. I know it's more realistic, blah, 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 blah. I'm just more of a Call of Duty player myself. I just have more fun playing Call of Duty than I do Battlefield, anything like that. So, Call of Duty Chemical Warfare by Activision, gameplay trailer, 8 minutes. So, that leads me to believe that they're going to show 8 minutes. They're not going to tell you what it is at first. They're just going to show you cinematic, campaign, guns blazing gameplay. And then at the very end, it's going to come up and say Call of Duty Chemical Warfare. That's just something they like to do. They like to tease you first. They tease and then please, if you know what I'm saying. So that's what they were going to do. Chemical Warfare, I'm probably going to make a separate video on that by itself, because that's something I definitely got to talk about. But I don't want to talk about it too much in this video, because this is about the whole Sony E3 Press Conference. So let's move on, guys. But I'm definitely excited to find out if this is real or not. Again, guys, I don't know if any of this is real. This is just a leak that I saw online, and it's been spreading like crazy. So I figured I'd make a video for you guys. After that is Kingdom Hearts 3 by Square Enix, and that's a 2-minute trailer. I've never played the Kingdom Hearts series. I really don't even know what it is, but I do know that fans of the Kingdom Hearts series have been waiting a while for this game to come out. So if you're a fan of that, definitely, you're not going to miss it. You're not going to miss that if you're a fan of that series. After Kingdom Hearts, we have Final Fantasy VII Remake Chapter 1, also by Square Enix, and that is another 2-minute gameplay trailer. Never played Final Fantasy, but I know it's a huge, huge series. So if you're a fan of Final Fantasy, I'm pretty sure that was like one of the best ones in the series, if I remember correctly. And people have been waiting for a remake of that for a while. So Final Fantasy VII, definitely do not want to miss that one. Then after, we got Star Wars Battlefront 2. And we're not talking the one that came out in 2004, 2003, whatever. We're talking the new one. Now, Star Wars Battlefront, it was one of those 50-50 games. You either hated it or you loved it. A lot of Star Wars fans loved it, but at the same time, people said it got boring real quick because the multiplayer variety got very boring very quick, very repetitive, only a few maps. But then let's go to single player. Oh, that's right. There was no single player, and that was a big problem for most players. Like when Titanfall got released, it was only multiplayer game, and people wanted a single player, so they fixed that with Titanfall 2. So I think that they're obviously in Star Wars Battlefront 2, they're obviously going to fix the problems. They're going to bring you guys a campaign. They're going to bring more multiplayer variety. They're not going to make the same mistake twice. You live and you learn, and they're going to come out with a better game. So if you're a fan of the Star Wars franchise, can't miss that. You're going to have to check it out. After that, we have Assassin's Creed Empire. That's by Ubisoft. That's 8 minutes of live gameplay. Now, I've never really been a fan of the Assassin's Creed series. The only one I actually really liked was Assassin's Creed 3, I believe. And, Assassin's Creed, they tried making a game yearly, and it just hasn't really been working out for them. In my opinion, they haven't really made a good Assassin's Creed game in a while, in a few years now. There hasn't really been a great Assassin's Creed game on this current generation of consoles, being Xbox One and PlayStation 4. So if they could bust something out with Assassin's Creed Empire, I feel like if they could do good on this one, I feel like they could change the game. Maybe they could make bi-yearly releases instead of yearly, So if they could do that, that would be awesome. I wouldn't mind seeing that franchise come back to life, I got no problems with it. And then after Assassin's Creed, of course, we have Spider-Man, and that is by Insomniac Games. That's 4 minutes of live gameplay. Now, I've never really been a Spider-Man video game fan, but I do know they kind of that gaming franchise has kind of dropped off the face of the earth recently. The Spider-Man games have just been going to shit. Sorry for the language, but they've been kind of going to shit with the Amazing Spider-Man games and the movies. It just hasn't been what it used to be. Now, if I recall, the last good Spider-Man game came out on the PlayStation 2. I'm pretty sure. So, if they could bring that series back to life with a solid release, all the power to them. I definitely have faith in them. Now, after Spider-Man, of course, this one is a very, very big shocker to me. This game we haven't heard from in a few years now. But this game, Resistance 4, Fall of Chimera. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. I believe I am. But Resistance 4, the first 3 Resistance games were absolutely incredible. I believe they're all very underrated games. If you haven't played them, you can pick them up at GameStop for next to nothing. Go play the first 3 Resistance games. They were awesome. So that is, again, by Insomniac Games, and that is a 3-minute trailer. So I believe they're going to go along the lines of how Fallout does their release, or their reveals. They're going to show a barren wasteland, and then they're going to show skulls on the ground and carnage, and then all of a sudden it's going to reveal Resistance 4. That's something I am really excited for, something I was not expecting. So if this is real, I'm so freaking intrigued into seeing Resistance 4. Now after that, which also Resistance 4 would be another PlayStation exclusive. So after that, we have Gran Turismo Sport, another PlayStation exclusive. And that is a 1-minute trailer. Now, I used to work at GameStop, and I had people coming in every week saying, do you guys have that new Gran Turismo for the PS4? And I'm like, dude, sorry, but I don't even know if that's been announced yet. The fans of that series are so intense. If we have not seen a Gran Turismo game on the current gen of consoles, so if they could bust out a good Gran Turismo game, which I don't think they've ever busted out a bad one, but if they could bust out a solid Gran Turismo release on the PlayStation 4, it's going to rival the Forza series on the Xbox, and I really do believe that. I love the Forza series, but they got another thing coming for them if Gran Turismo could pull this off. Next, we have another PlayStation exclusive, in Bloodborne 2. Now, if you haven't played the first Bloodborne, like I haven't, I don't know why I haven't. It's cheap. You can get it at GameStop for like 20 bucks. It was an amazing game. It rivals basically Dark Souls. It's very hard, very gothic. It's a game you don't want to miss, and I honestly don't know why I haven't played it, because that's kind of my type of game, really. I love bloody, gory games like that, and Bloodborne is just something, it's something different, really, and it's an amazing game. You definitely have to check that one out, and that's From Software. That's a 3-minute trailer. I believe that's as real as can be, because they've been talking about it for a while. I feel like E3 right around the corner, they're definitely going to show us, you know, what we've been hearing, you know. So then next, this is the last game rumored to be on this Sony E3 press conference. This one, we all know it's coming. Red Dead Redemption 2 from Rockstar. 8 minutes of live gameplay. We all knew it was coming, but with Death Stranding, they're going to open E3 with a bang, and they're going to end it with a bang. Like they ended their PlayStation conference a couple months back. They ended it with The Last of Us 2, something huge. So they're going to end this one with something huge as well in Red Dead Redemption 2. Now, we all knew it was coming, but some people think that it's going to be coming out summer of 2017, which is only a couple months away. That's not going to happen. Rockstar always delays their games, but for good reason. They delay their games because they make them good. They have barely ever made a poor game, maybe besides Rockstar Table Tennis, but which is a real game. It's like rated E for everybody. Go check it out. But they've never made a bad game, and the reason they delay their games is because they take their time with them. So people said that it's going to come out this summer. I was reading that it's going to come out fall 2018, which is more realistic to me, because they wouldn't announce it and then release it a couple months later. They're gonna take their time with it. They're gonna polish it, because Red Dead Redemption is referred to as one of the best games of all time. So to follow up with that, they have major shoes to fill, and I feel like Rockstar is going to be able to pull it off. So that's the whole lineup for this rumored Sony E3 conference. Now, if this turns out to be real, again, guys, I don't know if it is. I just saw this online. I figured I'd make a video about it. If this turns out to be real, Microsoft has another thing coming for them. They better pull something out of their ass to rival this, because this list is absolutely insane. So if Microsoft wants any chance to rival PlayStation in the next 2 years, they better pull something major out. And there's no Xbox exclusive that I can really remember right now that stands out to me. So they better pull something huge out of their sock. So especially with these PlayStation exclusives, we have Death Stranding, major PlayStation exclusive. Project Oscar, I don't know if that's going to be a PlayStation exclusive, but since those are the guys who made the Infamous games, I feel like that could easily be a PlayStation exclusive as well. God of War, obviously, PS exclusive. Days Gone, obviously, they already said that. Crash Bandicoot, my guess it's going to be a PlayStation exclusive, considering all the previous games came out in the PS1, the PS2, and the PS3. Not Call of Duty, that's going to be insane. So that's already like 5 or 6 titles right there. And then Resistance 4, most likely PlayStation exclusive like the previous 3. And then Gran Turismo, PlayStation exclusive. Bloodborne 2, PlayStation exclusive. And Red Dead Redemption 2, not a PlayStation exclusive, but it's at the PlayStation conference. So that means Xbox isn't going to be talking about it. So they have major shoes to fill if Microsoft wants to pull something off. But anyways, guys, that's all I got for you guys today. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think. If this is real, if it's fake, definitely let me know your opinions, because I want to know. Let me know what you guys' favorite game on this list was, or the game you're most excited for, because this is some big stuff. This is some very big stuff. And if this turns out to be real, it's going to be absolutely incredible, guys. So, guys, that's all I got for you guys today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Spawn Shot to you. I'll catch you guys in the next one.